This conference will now be recorded.
If anyone having a doubt from yesterday's class, you can ask me. If not, then I'll start with the next one. The next thing, what we have to go forward. So I've just explained you about the screen components, what are the screen components we have, and what are the shortcut keys using this and all we have. This is what I've explained you. So after this, we started with the file menu. In a file menu, I've told you only few things, how to give a password for the entire Excel sheet, for one particular Excel sheet, for any format. And then how to open a new sheet or already the one which I have already created and saved that. If I've given some names, if I want to open that, then how should I do that? So that is what I've explained you in a last class. So till here we have done, till open, information, that is info, new, open, save, I have done. Okay, from the file menu. And other than this, screen components have explained you. If anyone having a doubt, you can let me know. That means no doubt. Anybody is there to ask me any doubts? If not, I'll go again. I'll start with this. Okay. For saving a file, that is when you're working in Excel or some other file, when you will be saving the work what you have done in this file, you'll be using Control S. Control yes to save the file. Okay, to save the existing file, whatever the work which I have done till now, that to save this we will be using save, Control plus yes. Okay, so that is what is given in this file menu. And there is some other option here called as save as. Save as. What is the save as is used for? Okay, what is this save as is used for? So normally save when you're working in the particular file, whatever the content you have typed, the working whatever we have done, to save that, to keep it as it is, we'll be making a save. Save as the same file, this file, whatever we have saved, this MCC College Excel file. Okay, this file, if I want to keep this file as it is in some other places, make a copy of this and place it in some other places wherever I want. Now this is saved in a desktop. Now I want it in some other C drive. I want to save in a D drive, or I want to create a folder. Inside the folder I want to save. So that is where I am making a copy of this. I'm making a copy of this as it is, whatever it is there, with a new file name. Okay, with a new file name I'll be saving. So look here, the name of this file here, it is given as MCC Excel class. Now I'll give a save as. We will give it as save as. Okay, save as. For this, you can also use a shortcut key F12. Save as F12. So I'll save this somewhere on a desktop. On a desktop, I'm having so many folders. So okay, I'll save it inside this folder. There is a folder called Rishabh. So I'll just save it inside this. Now, what is the name of the file that I want to give? The same name. It won't be accepting. So I'll just give a new name. I'll give a new name. Okay, copy file. I'm just giving a new name, MCC copy file. Now we will save this. I've saved this. So what is the file name I'm having here? MCC copy file. Now in this I will type something. So Let me give a shortcut key as a save as. For this, the key what is used is F12. I'm giving this. Now you can accept this. Now this one, where I've typed in the MCC copy file, I've typed, I'll save this and I'll close this. For closing, what we will use Alt plus F4. I've closed this. So I've saved the folder inside this MCC copy file. Now see here. Here I'm having save as F12, the one which I've typed in which one? MCC copy file. Now let's open the file, the other one. So I'll just minimize this. I'll close this now. Now let me open your Excel class notes. Now see here, the save as what I've typed is not available because the content where I have typed was in MCC copy file. I didn't type in this particular file. In this particular file, whichever the particular file which you'll be using to make a save of that, we will be only using save. To make sure whatever the content I have typed, to make it as it is, which will fix to the same file. For that, I'll be using a save option. Okay, whereas save as is the option that is used for making a copy of a file. Wherever you want, as many times you want, you can save it. You can save it with the different names. Okay, save is the content where you'll be saving only in particular file. Save as is used wherever you want, whichever format you want, whichever name you want, that you can save it. And the next one what I'm having is print. Control plus P. Control plus P. Print. Now if I click on this printout will come. That is copy number 1. Number of copies, how much ever you want, that many copies. You can increase it, you can decrease it. In case if you don't want, you can also type like this. So as much as copy you want, that much you can type here. Now what is the printer that has been installed? That the printer which has been installed, to select that. So you'll be having a list of printers name that is available for your nearest location or which is installed to your company or your college anywhere. So you can select the particular one, whichever the printer has been connected, and then you can select that. After selecting, you can give a printout. Now it is saying the print active sheet. That means the one which I'm using, and see there is a dotted line. Only this dotted line will become a first page. Okay, and below this, see, below this, see, there is a dotted line. This dotted line, this will become a second page, and this will become a third page. Same way. Now see in a preview also, file, I'll go for a file. Okay, let's go for a print. Control P it is. Print active sheet. Now see here, I'll just scroll down. So see, the second page is the continuation of the first sheet where it was showing. So it is showing a second sheet. Okay, as much as you want, that much you can take. Print. So now in case if I don't want this one, I want the entire worksheet. Entire worksheet, whatever I've done. So you can select like this. Print entire worksheet. So now you can also see like this, scroll down and you can see like this how much it is happening. Or print selected. So nothing is coming because I have not selected anything. So let me go here. This is my first page, first Excel sheet. Now what I will do is I will only select the column. where I'm having a data. So I'm holding a arrow key, shift with arrow key I'm holding. I'll just scroll down. Okay, see, I've just selected using a arrow keys. I'll move towards the right and then down. Holding a shift key, you can move like this. Now, after selecting this place, now I'll go for this file. You have an option print selection. So the portions which is selected, only that will get printed, not the entire one. Okay, not the entire Excel sheet, whatever the work we have done, that will not get selected. So print selection means only the selected portion will come. Print active sheet, everything will come. Okay, the active sheet, that is only the sheet 1. Print entire workbook, that means sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3, sheet 4, everything you can take a print out. And then print selection, the only the selected portions will get printed. And here you can give number of pages. Suppose say that I'm having a 10 sheets to be printed in this Excel, so I don't want all the 10s to be printed. I just want 1 to 5 or 1 to 6 I want. So first page to sixth page, first page to sixth page is enough for me to print it. Then I'm having an option collated and uncollated. Two options I'm having. This is how to take a printer. Say, as I said you, collated means that I've given here itself as an example 1, 2, 3. Okay, say I want a copy. I want to take a printout. 5 copies I want. I have a 6 pages. 5 copies I want to take. So what will happen when I give it as a print? Control P. It will continuously start printing first page, second page, third page, fourth page, fifth page, and sixth page. After one set is done, again the next set 1 to 6, again it will start printing. Again the third set, like this. As much as copy I'll give. Say I'm giving a 5 copies or 10 copies. So 1 to 6, all the 10 sets it will get printed. Okay, whereas this uncollated, say example, I have a 6 sheets, and the 6 sheets I want to take a copy of 5 copies I want. So only the first sheet will get printed first as 5 times, second sheet at 5 times, third sheet 5 times, like this. Only one sheet continuously get printed, whereas collated, continuation will be there, and uncollated there won't be any continuation. Now, portrait orientation and landscape orientation. How you want to take a printout. Okay, how you want to take a printout. So portrait means vertically. Portrait means vertically you'll be taking a printout. Whereas landscape means vertically. This is horizontally. Okay, portrait, vertical printout, whereas our landscape is used for horizontal printout. And then the paper size what you are using. Okay, the paper size of the paper which you are using for printing. A4, A3, executives letter size, whichever you'll be using, that paper size you can select it. And then see, there is the next option. Here you have a gap, the space has been given here, and the side also there is a space. So when you'll be taking a printout, on each side, all the 4 sides, there'll be a, so margins, how much margin you want to keep. So I'll go here. See, this is a basic one. Okay, so normal mode. Okay, normal margins. If you want to give a narrow, then you can give a narrow wide margin, and then you can go for wide also. So the whichever margin you would like to use, that you can use it. Okay, that you can use it. No scaling. So in case I'm having so many things, so I'll select here print active sheets. So this is my active sheets. Now no scaling, the number of scaling. So say example, I'm having 3-4 sheets. Print sheet at this actual size. So this size. Okay, if not, fit sheet on one page. All this sheet has to be fitted on one page itself. fit all columns on one page, columns or rows on one page, whichever you want. So it depends on the data how you are using, whether the column wise you are having, row wise you are having, or the entire sheet, fit the sheet on one page, everything. Whatever I've done, everything has to be fitted to one sheet itself. In that case, you can give like this. So any doubts in this printing? How to select anything? Anybody? So for print, the shortcut key which is used is Control plus P for printing. So let's go for file menu again. The next one what I'm having is share, where if I have to share this document with others. So if at all I'm having a website, okay, and I want to save this Excel on a cloud, save to cloud I will be giving. So I'm not using OneDrive, so I won't be able to do that. So there is one more option here. I'll go for a file, okay, share. There is an option here, email. Even this I am not using. This is as an attachment. If you are sending as a PDF, you are send as a XPF, whichever the method you want, that you can see. So I'll be doing as send as attachment, whereas this sending as an attachment I can only do through Microsoft Outlook. If I'm using a Microsoft Outlook to send or receive a mail, in that case I can use a send as an attachment through a email. Whereas if I'm using some other portal, some other website for mailing and all, like Gmail, Yahoo, that any other mails if I'm using, so you have to save the file, log into that particular mail ID, and then attach the file. If you directly want to send from this Excel itself, okay, if you directly want to send from this Excel itself, that means you must be having the access to your Microsoft Outlook. And this export is also the same thing, converting to a PDF copy or XPF copy. So let me give this converting to PDF copy. I'll save this on my desktop itself. Desktop. Then see here, it is saying as PDF. Okay, let me give it as publish. Now I'll just minimize this. So this is a PDF generated file. Let me open this. Now see, in a PDF it has been saved. I saved it on a desktop, so it has been saved.
Ma'am,
Tell me, Ma.
can you repeat it how to convert it into PDF?
Okay. There are two methods to convert into a PDF. You have to go for this export. Okay. In a file menu, under file menu, you have an option as export. Select this. Now you have an option here, create PDF or XPS. When you click on this, it will ask you where you have to save this. So let me save this on a desktop as well as which I have done. So I'll just give a slight changes. A name I'll be changing. Already I've saved. So I'll give it as one within a bracket. So PDF, it is showing me as save as type PDF. Publish. So it will be saved. I'll minimize this now. After minimizing this, see here, I got a file MCC Excel class 1. So I'll open this in a PDF form. So other than PDF, if you want to save this in any other format other than PDF, so you can also have another method. See here, as I told you, we have an option save as, right? Save as. So I'll use this option instead of export. I'll use the save as option, F12. Okay, when I give this F12, again it is asking me save as type. Now see here, I'll give it on a desktop. So this is my file name, save as type Excel workbook. When you click on this, you'll get the different methods. So whichever the method you want to save this file, that method you can save. So you have a PDF also. Other than PDF, you have a CSV, XML, Unicode, text format, workbook, Word format. whichever the format you want, that format you can use it. Okay, whichever the format you want, that format you can use. So let me check whether we have some other formats. Excel, Unicode. So I'll give it as web page. Okay, we will use it as web page now. I'll select as web page. Now we will save this. Okay, web page is not supported for me. So you can use any formats other than this. If you want any other formats to be saved, that format you can use. I'll give this XML. I think even this will not support me. Yes, because I'm not using so many coding languages in my system, so it is not supporting. So other than Excel, here also you can use whichever the format you want. That format you can save from this. Since I don't have the particular software to save in this pattern, so it is not supporting me. So in this method also, like let me show you with the PDF only here also, PDF, and I'll give here within a bracket as 2, and then I'll save this. Now I'll minimize. So where did I save? I didn't save on a desktop. So MCC, this one. So here. So the PDF copy here also it has been saved. So whichever the format you want, other than PDF, if you want to save, you can use save as option. Okay. You can go for the file menu. From the file menu, you have an option as export, where you will be converting to PDF. Other than this, you can also use save as, and there also the save as type you have to change it to PDF. So close I've already told you this into mark, the cross symbol which I'm having. Okay, the cross symbol which I'm having. What is the shortcut key to use is close? It is Alt plus F4. Alt plus F4, close they are given here. And account, a basic information about my office tools. So what and all I'm having. So Access, Excel, OneNote, Outlook, PowerPoint, Publisher, Word, Skype. So all these are supported as a MS Office product. MS Office product. These are the one which is available. And this is my latest version which I am using. Okay, updated and automatically download and install. This is the version I'm using. Okay, and then the last one which I'm having is options. This is a setting file. This is a setting file. So whichever the settings, these are the general settings, how your screen will appear, what is the font size, what is the view you will be having, okay, who is the user, office theme, colorful, it is like colorful, it will be dark gray you want, white you want, that you can choose it. Okay, and these are the settings which I'm having. Other than this, formulas automatic, whatever the formulas I'll be having, that I can use. Maximum I can use 100, and the under irritations I can use. And see here, these are the formulas, how I'll be indicating the errors using the colors. If there is a errors, it will be indicating in a color. So which color, whichever the color you want, that color you can choose it for indicating the errors. Automatic by default it will be in a green color, so I'm not changing this. So error checking formats has been given here. Proofing, this is also a proofing means which is indicates the correction of spellings, numbers, what I'll be doing, repeating of words and all, so I can use this. And the next one, save. So whatever I'll be making the savings, and there is one more option which is given here is auto recover file. Auto recover file location, that means save. I'll give you an example. I was working on this Excel sheet. Okay, I was working on this Excel sheet. When I was working, I was continuously working. I didn't save this. I didn't save the one what I was doing. So what has happened is there was a power fluctuation to my desktop, and my whatever the work is done, it has been gone. Means due to power fluctuation, everything, my system got closed. Now when the power comes again and I'm turning on the system, After turning on, when I open a Excel, new Excel also without saving, on my left side, it will be showing auto recovery file Excel so and so. Okay, the last work timing was done on so and so time. Do you want to continue with that? So if you want to continue with that, you just click on that. That will open so that you can continue with the same thing. And the most important thing is this auto recovery information. Every 10 minutes only it will be there. By default, it will be 10 minutes. I've changed it to 1 minute. So you can check in your Excel also. By default, it will be 10. So make that to 1 minute so that every 1 minute it keeps on recovering your file. Every 1 minute it keeps on recovering your file. So where all this recovery file will be saved is in this place. C drive, user, welcome, app data, roamings, Microsoft Excel. This is where it is saving my files. It depends on what drive you are having and which drive you have installed. According to that, it will be high. So my auto recovery file exception for this is the file which has been recovered in a last moment. Okay, and if you want to make any other changes, you can change it. Now, then the language. Which language you'll be using? I'm using a English language. If you want to use some other language, you can select it by default. So as I told you, this is also supported in 36 languages. So whichever the languages you want to download and install, you can use it. MS Office is supported in 36 languages. Advanced. So fillings, range, automatic, all these things you'll come to know when we will be using a formulas. Okay, and then customize ribbon. Already there are ribbons. I've told you these are the ribbons and this is my menus. And if you want to remove some ribbon option, or if you want to add from one menu to another menu, you can customize it. Okay, you can customize it. See, this is home menu. In this I'm having this, and in insert menu I'm having so much of options. So based on your requirement, whichever the options you want, that you can use it. So like this, I'll also go for this quick access tool. Quick access tool, I've told you by doing a right click and adding this. So there is one more option here also, quick access toolbar. So whichever you want to use, that option you can use it here also. So I'll just go for this uh, name manager. Okay, name manager. I'll click on this. I'll click on this add. Okay, you have already have added. So name manager is the insert function. I'll click on add. So it will get added and I'll click on OK. Okay, now see here, see the options on the top menu, how I'm getting here. See, file manager. Okay, and then insert function. Save, undo, redo, file manager, the name manager. Okay, and then the insert function I'm having. So if you don't want, you can go back to the same option and you can remove, or you can also remove from the same option, remove from quick access tool by a right clicking. Okay, any other doubts, in this file menu? You can ask me if you have any doubts in file menu, guys. So okay, now we'll go for home menu. So I'll just continue home menu in the same screen. If there is requirement, then I will go for the next page. Okay. Now, before I start with this option, first we will go for this one. By default, the font size that is given in an Excel is calibri. Default font style. Default font style which is given is Calibri. If you want to change it, you can change it. Okay, so let me type some of our text here. I'll type some of the text here so that we can just move on this. So I'll just type it here as some text. I'll just type. So I've just given a type. See here, what is happening here is the text what I've typed in B28, B28 in a B column 28th row. B column 28th row I've typed. When I move to the next one, see, but the type what I've typed is it is continued till E, till the column E it is continued. So when I click on this, it is showing me a text what I've typed in the formulas bar also. In the formula menu also it is showing me. So when I go for the next cell, see, nothing is showing because I didn't type here. I didn't even type here also, whereas I only typed in B28. Now let me type here something. I'll just type something as creativity. Okay, now see, this is not showing me the complete text, whereas when I go to that particular cell, only then it is showing me. So now what I have to do, if I have to see this complete thing, is just go for this. So when you go for this B column, can you see the plus mark? It shows you a plus mark. Double click. It will open. This is one method, okay, where you can use. So I'm showing you once again. So this was showing me like this. I'll go here, or you can click. See, when you go like this, it will be showing a plus mark, a dark black line. So when you come out of this plus is different and this plus is different. So you have to get this black line, black dark line plus you have to get. So when you get that, you can use a double click. If not, you can also do one thing. Click on this, drag and drop as much as you can, and as much as you want. Okay, so what will happen if I just directly double click? Only to my content level only it will be coming. If I want more than this, then I'll go with this plus now. I'll extend as much as I want, like this. Okay, like this I can extend it. Okay, so by default, what is the font size? It is in a Calibri. If you want to change the font style, whichever the style you want, that style you can change it. I'll go for this Arial. Okay, I've changed to Arial. So to make more difference, we'll select something which is very stylish. Okay, I'll go for something. I'll select this. Okay, so I've selected Blackadder ITC. So this is how I've selected the font size. By default, it will be Calibri. Whichever you want, that you can select. And the size which is showing by default is 11, but the minimum size is 8 and the maximum size is 72. Okay, it is by default it will be 11. Okay, minimum size is 8, maximum size is 72. And there will be one more question. Can we extend more than 72? Obviously, we can extend. So I can give you 80. The font size will increase. If I want to decrease this, see, I'll just go for this. I'll just change this. Okay, I'll change this to some 100. Even then also I can increase. If you want to decrease, you can also decrease. I'll decrease to some 20. So see, 20. To this also I can decrease it. So as much as you want, that much you can decrease. As much as you want, that much you can increase also. So by default, the font size will be of 11. Okay, minimum size is 8 and the maximum size which is given is 72. Okay, remember this. 11 by default, minimum is 8, maximum is 72. The default size is, the font size is Calibri. Default font size is Calibri. Style is Calibri. Now, I'm having a text. Let me copy this itself. I'll just copy this itself and paste it in some other locations as much as I want. For copying this, I'm using this option copy, Control C. Okay, I'll go on this, click Control C. Okay, after you click wherever you want, just go to that place and paste it, Control V. To paste, Control V. Okay, Control V I'm using. Now, here, first option what I'll use is B, that is bold. Control plus B for making bold. Control plus B. Okay, Control plus B for making this bold. I'm using bold. And next one what I'm having is, I'll go for this. It is already in it is in an italic format. Still I'll just convert this italic, some more stylish. So that is Control plus I. So for your understanding, let me show you in some other places also where I can make this italic. So I'll click on this. Okay, now I'll go for this italic. See the changes. Okay, I'll type here italic, and the shortcut key for this italic is Control plus I. Control plus I for italic. Okay, and then if I want to underline this text, if I want to underline this text, then what I will do is, okay, what I will do is I'll use Control plus U for underlining. For underline. So now see, I'll just go for this. You can click on this directly, U option. Okay, one underline it is showing you. So I'll just click on this and I'll extend some more space so that we can see. Okay, I'll just give this into middle option now. Now see, one underline option has been given. Okay, and there is one drop down option also. You can click on this. So if you want a double underline, you can select a double underline. If you want a one underline, you can use one underline. So it is depending on you. In Excel, we have only two methods. One is one underline and the other one is double underline. So here I'll give it as one underline. Okay, so underlining a text. For that, we will be using this Control U. Control U for underlining a text. In case if I want to use this all three options, all these three options I want to use it for one text itself, I can use it. So I'll go for this Control V, bold, Control I, italic, Control U, underline. So all the style also I can use. Okay. So all the style I'm using here, bold, italic, underline, everything I've used. Okay, and the next one what I'm having other than this three, here I'm having a bigger A and a smaller A. This is to increase the font size. Here I'm having a font size, right, to increase it. The same thing when I click on this, if I want to increase the font size, I can click on this. As many times you keep clicking, that many times the size keeps on increasing. Again, if you click on the small a, it will keep decreasing. You can see here also the size will be keep on decreasing. Okay, like this. Okay, this is to increase the font size and this is to decrease the font size. There is a shortcut key for increasing and decreasing of font size, whereas that is used for Word and PowerPoint. It is not used here. If at all you want to note down this shortcut key for increasing a font size, you can note down this. Increase font size. The shortcut key is Control plus Shift plus the increasing size, this one. Okay, so to decrease, I'll just click here. to decrease font size. So it is Control plus Shift plus. So see here, to edit the cell, I made a something mistake in the cell. I want to edit it. So you can use a mouse for double clicking on this, double clicking, and then it will open into a editable mode. You can change this. Okay, if not, if you want to change it with using a shortcut key, I made a spelling mistake in a font. If I want to edit the cell, I'll use F2. F2 I can use, so it will go for this one. Now I'll remove this and change the spelling font. Okay, you can use a double click, or you can go to any cell, whichever the cell you want to edit the spelling, press F2 to edit the cell, then you can do it. So I'll give here itself edit cell, the shortcut key is F2. Okay, and then what I'm having is, this is a border. So here I'm having a two things. So font, I'll just give here as font as a heading, and for this I'll give it a shortcut. If I want to give a border for this, I'll select like this, shift with the right arrow key and then a down arrow key. So after I select this, I have an option here, border. So see, whichever border you want, that types you can select, left side, right side, no borders, all borders, outside borders, that is outside thick thin border, outside thick border. So whichever you want. Now what I will do is, all borders I'll give. I'll come out of this. Can you see this border has been given? Now I want a thick border to be given. So I'll go for this. Okay, I'll select here as thick outside border. And now I'll come out of this. See, the thick border, outside border is given. If you want to highlight this also, here also, I'll as thick outside border. So this is the heading which is showing me. So after this, if you want to give the color for this, if you want to give a color for this heading, you can give it. I'll select this. First thing, I'll go on a font F30, that is an F column, 30th row, F30. I'll hold a shift and I'll also select the shortcut. Now I'll go for this coloring, that is fill colors. So it is yellow color it is showing. If I want to use some other color, I can select the whatever the color whichever I want. So it is your comfort, your taste, how you want to use whichever the color you like it, that color you can use. By default it will be in a yellow color. So if you want, you can keep changing the color whichever you want. So I'll give some light colors. Okay, light colors I'm giving. So now see, the color has been changed. And in case I've just given a background color, this font, and for the shortcut, if I want to change the color, so I'm just in a font, I'll go for this color, I'll just click on this. By default it is in red color, so red color is changing. So here also you can make a changes as per the color whichever you want. Okay, whichever the color you want, that color you can select it. So I'll give it the brown color. So now I'll also go with the bold, so it is looking dark. So the same thing here also I'll do. And there is one more thing, see, here I'm not doing anything, I'm not doing any colors. Now what I'll do is, I'll come here. So I have told you how to cut, copy and paste we have done, copy and paste we have done, Control C and Control V we have done, copy paste. So I have not given a shortcut keys for this, so I'll just mention here, copy, Control plus C, and paste, it is Control plus V. Control plus V is for paste. Now I have given here what I've typed a text, I've given a background color, and font size I've given a brown color. For the font I've given a brown color. I made it bold also. I'll also convert this into italic also. And then now I'll click on this, I'll copy this, Control C. After copying this, I'll go and click on this format paint. And now I'll double click on this shortcut. Now what is happening is the background text is not changing. That means the text what I've typed is not changing. The effect which I've used here is being copied here. Okay, so let me show you once again. Let me show it once again also. So I'm having a text here. Okay, this is in a italic, right? Now see this here. I've used bold, italic, underline. I'll also give a color for this. I'll make a color for this. So let me give some blue color. Blue color I'm giving. So color I've given. So let's give a background color also. Background color yellow. Okay, yellow only I'll give. Okay, now this one I'm given. So this is for what learning is one of the important skill in life. So this is what I've given. So now I'll copy this. Control C. Control C. Copy. Click on this format paint. So format paint, I've clicked it. Now what I'll do is I'll click on this creativity, double click. Now see, that means the effect that is for the text what I've used, font style, size, bold, italic, coloring, whatever I've used, those things has been copied, whereas not the content, not the text which I have typed here. So that has not been copied. So for that, we will be using this format paint. So see here, when I go on this, you can read this. Okay, what it will be looking, it will just particular selection, whatever you will be selecting, it will apply the content in the document, whatever you have selected. Select the content with the formatting you like, click format and select something whichever you want. So that means it will only, you can apply the look to other content in the document. The look you can copy and you can apply for some other thing. If I'm only using, see here I've only used a bold, only bold I've used, and this is in a black adder ITC. And now see this copy, it is in a caliber 11, right? Now what I'll do is I'll copy this, Control C. Now I'll click on this format paint. I'll click on this copy, double click. Now see, so what it is there, the same thing has been copied, no changes. Okay, and in case if I don't want these things what I've typed here in this place, so I'll select this entire thing, Control X, and I want it here, Control V. So paste it. That is to remove from one place and paste it in some other place. That is cut. Cut, it is Control plus X. Okay, so copy, what will happen, let me show you the copy format also. I'll just select this entire thing, copy. So after copying this, I'll come here, see here, I'll paste it over here, Control V. So it has been pasted, it is into original place also. I'll go here again, so it is available on original place as well as, now I'll do here also. Whereas if I use after, so the selected area is this one, I'll use Control X. Okay, Control X, and I'll click here and Control V. That means from this place it has been removed and it is pasted here. From original place it has been removed and pasting here. So if you want a copy of this, it must exist in the original place and also make a copy in some other different place. In that case, copy, paste. Copy from the original location, paste it in some other location. So it exists as well as in original place and the duplicate place also. Whereas cut is used to remove from the original place and paste it in some other location where it is required. That is cut. So copy, paste, cut. So we have done with this cut, copy, paste, and format painting. And this font things we have covered. Now we'll go for this one. So this is the content which I'm having. So right, you can go on the top if you want, in the middle to the bottom. The same thing, towards the right, towards the middle, towards the left, whichever you want that you can select. So right, middle, left. By default it will be in a left only, so middle or left. And this is a alignment, this is a alignment, left alignment, center alignment, and right alignment. Okay, this is the alignment. There is a shortcut key for this also, but in Excel, most of the times we won't be using the alignment. So you can take down the left alignment shortcut keys, left alignment. So it is Control plus L. For center, it is Control plus E. And for right, it is Control plus R. So why I'm saying you this shortcut keys will not be used most of the times, because these are the keys which again we are using in Excel for some other purpose also. So you will come to know for what purpose we will be using this shortcut key. So there you will learn it. Okay. And see, I've given us content here, right? There is a content. So if I want this to be given as a orientation, so you can change the orientation however you want, whichever the method you want, that method you can choose. So I'll go for this one. So like this, if you want, you can change clockwise. This is mostly used for the headings. If I want to give, I can give in that manner. So anyhow, I'm not using now for the as a headings. So this is by default. These are the things which is given. In case if I don't want this, I have an option format cell alignment. I'll click on this. When I click on this, it will show me. So this is in this much degree. So how much degree you want to save the text, that much degree you can give, and you can click it here. Okay. So according to that, it will keep changing. At the same time, when you're changing this as per the degree also, here also you have an option, format cell. So towards the bottom you want, towards the justify you want, how you want, according to that you can select it. Towards the top or whichever you want. So those things also you can select it. So I'll just give here as top and I'll click on OK. Okay, so based on that, it keeps selecting on the top angle, left down angle, whichever you want, that much degree you can give. Okay, and this is to increase the space. See, the space it will be increasing. This is to decrease the space between the text. Now this one I've given here, so let me increase the space. Okay, so if I want to decrease it, I can give this to decrease or increase the space after the cell. So I'll click here. This is, I'm having a copy. Let's try on this. So see, it keeps moving. So how much of a space I want to add before the text, that I can add it. To decrease, I can also use this also. As much as time you will be clicking, that many times it keeps on moving. Okay, the next one will go for this wrap text and merge text. So what I'll do is, better I'll copy some of the text which is available already. I'll copy this. And I'll paste it over here. Okay, I'll paste it over here. Now the same thing I'll also paste here also. Two different things. Now see, the text what I've typed in was in D52. In D52. In E52 there is nothing. F52 there is nothing, and this also. If I want this content, so next if I type something, okay, in next line if I type something, say let me type it as knowledge, I'll type something. So this cell is not visible. This cell is not visible. Now what I want to do is, I want to see the content everything here itself, not in a formula bar, not in a formula bar. I want to see it here itself. In that case, I'll choose this wrap text. So what happens? See here, When the text is not visible, this wrap text extra long text, okay, this wrap extra long text into multiple lines so that you can see all in one cell. So here they have typed, here they have given an example also. See, Microsoft Excel, which is not visible. When they wrap a text within one single cell, this one cell itself, it is getting enlarged. The same thing. Then I click on this wrap text. There is no shortcut key for wrap text. You can use like this. Now see, it is extending the size of the cell. Extending the size of the cell. So learning is one of the important skill in a cell. So if you want to use like this, if you want to extend, you can extend a bit more. Okay, so that you can decrease the size here like this. Okay, this is one method. Okay, the another method is here. Now this is in one cell. Here also it is moving to the next cell. That is which one? This is in the content which is available is in D54. When I go for E54, there is nothing. You can see in this formula menu, there is nothing. Again, I'll go for this F54, nothing. The content is only available in D54. Now, since this is extending in all the lines, since it is extending in all the lines, what I want to do is, I want this D, E, F, all these three cells to become one single cell. There are three single cells. I want to make this into one single cell. So hold a shift key, select as much as you want, and then click on this merge and center. So this is becoming one single cell. See, this is becoming one single cell. You can see the dark box which is outside. See, when I come down, it is selecting one cell. When I go here, it is selecting the entire cell, and even this merge and center is also highlighted. Any doubt on this? If anybody having a doubt, you can ask me. Girls? So that means no doubts. Everyone are quite able to understand.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now let's go for the next one. So this, okay, the same thing, how to use this wrap text and merge at center. Let me show in a next sheet. Say example, there is a list of names. Okay, names I'm having. So say example, mark sheet I'm having. Mark sheet of monthly report. Okay, so this one, it is in which one? It is in all this place. Now I'll give a subject here. Here I'll give a subject as subject 1, subject 2. I'm using a tab also. You can use an arrow key or you can use a tab key to move towards your right side. Okay, so I'm giving here subject 3. Now here I'll give it as names of the student. Okay, and this is my main heading. This is my main heading which is crossing to 3 lines. Now what I will do is I'll convert this into a merge and center. Names I've given here, but this extra cell I'm having. So I'll select this 2 cell and I'll make it as wrap text. Wrap text I'll do. So if you want, we can also use orientation also. We'll use some kind of orientation here. So not this one, I'll just go for this one. So we'll just select it. I'll just go for this format cell. Center, or we'll just select as bottom. Bottom. And I'll give it as this one. And I'll click on OK. So I'll remove this wrap text first. I'll give her this one. Now see, this has been given. Now this one, I'll just select this two. Now I'll make it as wrap text. So you can change it. So I'll be having a student A, student B, student C. So I'll be giving a marks here 10, 20, 30. I'll just give like this. Okay. Now you can make here something like 15, 25, 35, 36, something. So I'm just giving some random number. Okay. So now what I'll do is I'll just make this as a table. We'll just make this as a table. Thick border outside, or you can also go for all borders out. So I'm giving us all borders. So like this, you can keep this. So if you want to highlight this, you can highlight with the colors. And other than this, if you want to highlight with some other colors, you can do whichever the color you want, however you want. So this is how the most of the times they'll be using. So I'll just do one thing. I'll click here. I'll remove the merge at center now. So I'll give here as the normal one. Okay. I'll just click here, names. And select this. Now I'll go for merge at center. So there is some other changes I've made, so it is not allowing me to do. So I'll just remove this. Now I'll select this entire thing. We'll make it as merge at center. Now it has been centered. Now I'll go for this. So I was just doing Control Z to go back to the previous action. Okay, previous action I was just doing that. Now headings I'm giving this bold, and names also if you want to give it, you can also select this names, and you can give this some other colors whichever you want. And let's give a border. I'll select the entire table which we have done. Then I'll click on this border which is already selected. So whichever you want in that format, we can keep selecting it. So we'll go for thick outside border. So it is having a orientation, so it is not allowing me to keep the border. Okay, like this we can keep giving it. And see, I'm having a numbers here, right? The numbers. These numbers are by general it is given. If I want to use some other format as a numbers, so point wise, if you are doing as a currencies, so currency symbol you want to give dollar. Okay, so it is showing as a dollar. If you don't want the dollar symbol, you want to use an Indian currency symbol, so you can click on this. After the currency you have an option, you can click on this. So it is showing by default this much. So I'll go for this more accounting formats. I'll click on this more accounting format. Okay, then select the currency. So this is the symbol which is given. You have to click on this drop down list, and you have to keep searching for your currency. There is no shortcut. If you type also, you won't be getting it. So you have to look for the currency which is your Indian currency. So I'm just scrolling down. Let me see where I can find. I'm looking for this line where I can find the Indian currency. So it will be showing us Hindi, and rupee symbol, the R symbol will be given. So I'm just looking for that. So see here, Now it is showing Sanskrit, Nepali, Marathi, Konkani, Hindi. So I'll select this Hindi. Now I'll click on OK. So again this will change. It's not Manipuri, Nepali. So this was the previous currency symbol which we were using. Now let's look for the recent one which we are using. So this one. So you have to enter on this. Now this currency. I'll click on OK. When I click on OK, see the currency symbol has been changed. So based on your requirement, you can change the currency symbol. If you want to give a percentages for this percentage, you can click on this percentage symbol. Okay, or you can also go here also. Here also will be having the same thing. Okay, if you don't want the number of decimal points, point wise, if you don't want, you can decrease it. If you want to add it, you can keep adding here. So it is depending on you whether you want to decrease or whether you want to increase. You can select here also. If you are giving a date wise, you can give fractions, anything. So we can select from here. Okay, numbers. By default, whenever I'll be typing, this will be in a general. After that, if I want it as a currencies percentage wise, then I can use it. Okay, and the next one, what I'm having is conditional formatting. Conditional formatting. Now, conditional formatting, I'll just type here 1, 2. Now see, when I do something, when I type something here, I just want 1. So I want 1 to 10 continuously. Continuously I want it. So now I'll see there is a dot here, green color, dark green color dot you have. When you go on that, it will change into a small plus sign, right? You need to click on that and drag it. So as much as you will be dragging, that much it will be showing you. But I want it as 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 till 10 I want. But it is showing me everything as 1 because the first number I've just given as 1. And after giving this, when I click and drag, it will be showing only this one. So if I type it here, some name, I'll just type it as apple. Now I'll just go on this plus mark, I'll drag that many times. The same text will be repeated. But I want here as 1, 2, 3 continuation. So first I'll type it as 1, then a 2. Now I'll select this 1 and 2. I'm holding a shift key with a down arrow key. When I click on this, right? When I click on this plus mark and I'll drag and drop. So as much as till where I'll be leaving, that many numbers it will be showing. The same thing will happen when I'm giving us Sunday. Okay, now I'll give it as Monday. So these are the continuous things that system will know. Okay, whereas when you're typing something like apple, balloon, all the things that will not come to know. But this numbers, you're not able to hear me, Saida? How about the others?
You're audible, ma'am.
Ma'am, you are audible.
Okay, Shaida, you're not able to hear me, in the sense might be you have to check with your device, ma. Check with your mics or how you have inserted, or check with the speakers, but how whether you're able to hear me or not. Others can hear me. Now see, so the week is having only 7 days. 7 days. So again, it is continuing me for me. So if I keep dragging that many days, it will be good. So if I just type it as SUNMON like this also, even in that case also, from here, I'll just select this. Now I'll go on this plus I'll drag and drop. So it keeps repeating as per this. You can give for the month also, like January, Jan, Feb. You can give in a short, you can give in a full form, anything you can give. So I'll just click on this. So it keeps going on. So first thing, if you're giving only one number and you want to continue, that will not happen. So the reason why I gave here this one is, so I'm having a numbers here, I'm having a conditional formatting. I'll click on this. Highlight the cell that is greater than. So greater than 5. I want to highlight it. So I'll click on OK. So why it is not showing me? Because I didn't select the range. I have to select the first range has to be selected. Go for this conditional formatting. The first option, highlight the cell that is greater than. So I'll give a number here. Suppose I want greater than 7. Okay, by default it is showing me some color. So I'll just drag it to side. See, I've given a 7. So it is showing me in a color. The color by default, what it is showing me. If you want to change, by default they have given some colors also, whichever you want, that color you can change. Even if you are not satisfied with this colors, you can go for this custom format fills. So whichever the color you want, that filling colors you can use it. I'll choose a light yellow. I'll click on this. Now see, it is showing me. Now I'll click on OK. Okay, same method. Tell me, Ma.
Can you repeat this?
Okay. So in that case, we will also use some other numbers. We will use. Okay, I'll just give some numbers here. So 10, 12, 15, 9, 8, 7, 63, 42. Some random numbers I'm giving. Okay, just to see that what it is happening. Okay, now we will select this. So after selecting this, and this 20 series, 30 series is not there. Okay. 25, 32, 45. Okay, this is enough. I've just given some numbers. First, I'll select this range. You have to keep selecting this range. After selecting this, I'll go for this conditional formatting. Then you have the first option, highlight the cell between. Greater than. I want this to show me greater than 60. It has to show me greater than 60. The same color I'm letting it to. I'm not changing the color. I'll click on OK. So it is showing me. So next, again, I'll go for this. So this one we will be using along with the formulas. We will try the same thing with the formulas also. Just we will learn the basic one. Okay, then I'll go with the highlight cell rules. Lesser than. I want the numbers less than 10 to be highlighted. So I'll use a green color. I'll click on OK. Now see, less than 10 is highlighted, not the equal. It is different. Okay. Now again, I'll go for this. Highlight the cell rule that is between 20 and 40, or I'll just give it as 50. 20 and 50, or we'll just give it as 40. 20 and 40. Between 20 and 40, I want this to be highlighted with the yellow fills. And I'll click on OK. Now see, it is getting highlighted. So same concept, you can use this. Okay. So that is greater than, lesser than, between, equals to. I'll give here. That is equals to 10. That particular number where I'm having 10. I'll click on OK. Now see. Now I'm having a days here, days. Now I'll select this entire thing. I'll select it. Okay. Now I'll go for this conditional formatting. Okay. Now here I'm having an option, text that contains. So I'll select this. Okay. So whichever the day you want to show it, that you can select. Suppose I want it as a Friday. I just want a Friday to be highlighted. So I'll click on this. By default, there is a color. So let me use now custom format. We'll select a green color. I'll click on OK. Okay, like this, it will be repeated. Now, this is how many days. I'm having a 2 weeks, right? 2 weeks. So let me make a year. I'll go for this one. So this is, I'm having a 1 year, Jan to December. And again, after that, Jan to May I'm having. Now what I will do is, I'll select this. I'll go for this conditional formatting. Okay, text that contains. Okay, text that contains. You can select the individual one. If not, I'll also go for this top to bottom. Okay, or data bar, color scale. So I'll just go with this. I'll select something as duplicate values. Okay, we'll go with this duplicate values. Whichever is repeated, that is getting highlighted. The one which is not repeated, it is not highlighted. So if you want the other color, you can change it. Click on OK. The same thing here also. I'll select the same thing for this weeks. I'll select this. Now again I'll go for this conditional formatting. Highlight the colors with the duplicate values. So the one which is having twice repeated, so that is highlighted. Whereas Friday and Saturday is not repeated, so it is not getting highlighted. So this way you can keep doing it. So like this, top to bottom, I'll be doing this. Data bar, I have to do this. Coloring scale, this and all we will see one by one when we start doing it. So see your coloring scale, say example, I'm having this one. I'll select this. I'll go for this data bar. So it will highlight how out of 100, how many percentage you are having. So whichever the color you want, that's like this, you can select it. Data bar. Or if you want a coloring scale, you can use the coloring scale. So it will come poor, average, and great. So it is based on the colors it will be showing. Or if you want it as a icon, whichever this icon wise you want, this wise also you can use it. How much the score is happening. Okay, done. Any doubt on this? Anybody having a doubt? So let me take the attendance now. Everyone, please unmute yourself. And see, I'll be calling you only once. If again and again I won't be taking, please respond me. Please respond me. Unmute yourself. Let me start your attendance. I'll start now. Harani, yes. Harani, yes. Arshita, yes. Arshita, yes. Srishti Basak. Srishti Basak. Niharika, yes. Niharika, yes. Sri Lakshmi, BK.
Present, ma'am.
Who's this? Sri Lakshmi?
Ma'am, Sri Lakshmi. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Kirti Kesi?
Present, ma'am.
Srija Sambit Acharya. Meghna Ganesh K. Meghna Ganesh K. Pratika Chandru.
Present, ma'am.
B. Shalini.
Present, ma'am.
Dania Janali Jilani.
Present, ma'am.
Jinisha. Kanishka Setia.
Present, ma'am.
Divya Bharati.
Present, ma'am.
Okay. Mary Sharon.
Present, ma'am.
Navnita V.
Present, ma'am.
Rakshita R. Rakshita R. Archana S.
Present, ma'am.
Inchara G.
Present, ma'am.
Archana Mary
Present,
A.
ma'am.
Present, ma'am.
Bhumika Raijas.
Present, ma'am.
Tejaswi M.
Present, ma'am.
Yukta KK.
Present, ma'am.
Navya A.
Present, ma'am.
Pooja U. Likita HG. Likita.
Present, ma'am.
Shahida Zainabi.
Present, ma'am.
Indra Ki Chaki.
Present, ma'am.
Diksha N. Diksha N. Resha K.
Present, ma'am.
Gausia Fatima Razvi.
Present, ma'am.
Habib Shaista.
Present, ma'am.
Dania Aiman. Rakshita R. Present, ma'am.
Ma'am, due to network issue, I could not answer, ma'am. Jinisha.
Jinisha, I think I've marked you present only. I saw your name on the list. So I won't be noticing everyone's name. So whose name I just felt I saw this name. So I'll be marking them. So Rakshita, I've marked you attendance. So now see, listen carefully. Now whomever I've marked the absent is name, only those name I'll be calling out. Because I find here 30 people are present, all are present. Other than three might be absent. Okay, so let me call out the names whomever I've marked the absent. Please respond me now. So after this, I won't be giving a attendance. Okay, so let's see now. So please respond me. Harini S. Harini S. Arshita S. Arshita S. Srishti Basak. Srishti Basak. So if you are not if you're not able to answer me and I'm not able to hear you, give a response on the chat now so that I can mark you present. Give it on a chat, not on a WhatsApp. Give it on a chat box with the go to meeting. Srishti
Excuse
Basak.
me, ma'am.
Tell me, ma. Who's
Ma'am,
this?
you didn't call out my name, ma'am. Afrin
What?
Firdos.
Afrin Firdos. I think I would have marked you as present. So let me see. If I'm calling your name now, just see that whether I'm calling you or not. If I'm not calling,
Oh,
that means I would have made you a present.
okay, ma'am.
Okay. Niharika, yes. Srija Sambit Acharya. Srija Sambit Acharya. Meghna Ganesh K. Meghna Ganesh K. Pooja U. Pooja U. Diksha N. I'm calling you again, Diksha N. So that's all. So here I can see 30 are present, whereas 3 must be absent. But I feel that there are so many people who has, okay, Pooja, you're
Ma'am,
present.
ma'am, even Srishti, actually my net was not working.
Srishti.
Srishti Basak.
Basak. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm okay, present. Next. Any others?
Ma'am, could you please check if my name is there? Because you didn't call out my name yesterday also, ma'am.
What's your name?
Afrin Firdos.
Afrin Firdos. It is A, right? First letter.
Yes, ma'am.
Afrin Firdos. I think it is not available. It is AFRIN, right?
No, AFREEN.
So not there, ma. So I've not got your name. So let me make sure that I'll add now.
Okay, ma'am. Yesterday also you didn't call out my name, ma'am.
Okay, I'll just add now. Don't worry.
Okay,
Afrin
thank you.
Firdos. And what is your ID, ma? Register ID?
MC202776.
MC20027776.
NC202776.
Okay. You're from which batch?
Fourth BCom BPS, ma'am.
4th BCom BBS.
Yeah.
There is no list of any other names from your batch. I have a.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Tell me who's this?
Ma'am, Diksha Yan.
Diksha N. 1 minute, Diksha.
Okay, ma'am.
Let me see, where is your name? Okay, I made you present.
Thank you, ma'am.
You, Afrin Firdos, what is your batch you said me? 4th BCom?
BPS.
BPS. Okay. Any others? Any others who has to answer me? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 I've marked as absent. 30 are present. So there must be 4 must be absent. But 5 I'm finding. I don't know who's that one who didn't answer me. So Harani, Arshita, Niharika, Srija Sambit Acharya, Meghna Ganesh. These are the 5 people who are absent. Now, if you feel that someone has not answered me, please respond me on the chat box before we end our meeting. So after that, I won't be able to check the meeting so that I can give you attendance and all. And Afrin Firdos, let me talk to the team. So why your name is not added, whether you're into the syllabus, like you're been added to the course or not. Let me check and I'll let you know. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, ma. So anybody having a doubt, you can ask me. Anywhere, if you have a doubt, you can ask me. Okay, this format the table, I think we have not used. So this we will use when we will be doing our calculations. So I'll just highlight it. I'll just highlight it with some colors. So when I go, I have selected the table. Now I'll go for this format as table. So whichever the coloring format with the heading you want, that format you can choose. So whichever you feel, I'll just select this black. So I always feel this will be looking good. So I'm selecting this. Since I've given a coloring and also it is not looking good. So in case if you have not given anything, you can just use it. So, okay. So I've just given this. So other than this, there are so many things. Whenever you give a table, when you click on a table, additionally you will be getting a design tab. This design tabs and all we will see with along with the insert menu. Now the basic things, just inserting a table we will see. And style of your cell. So whichever the cell, like this is my heading I'm having, I'll go for this cell style. However, whichever the color I want, with that I can select heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, how much perfection, how much coloring I want, so the font style and all. So I can use whichever the one which is already given here. Calculation, check, normal, bad, good, input, linked cell, note. So like this. Okay, like this you can keep giving it. So whichever you want, that you can give. So now I'm having this D and E. Between this D and E, if you want to add a column, so you can go with this insert. You can go with this insert cell. So cell will be added between D and E. So I think most of them are getting confused till here. So I'll just stop till here. The rest of the things will continue in the next class. Okay. If anyone having a doubt, you can ask me, or we'll just wind up the meeting. Any doubts, guys?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Tell me, ma.
Ma'am, can you share the recording of today's class?
Recording is done. This recording will be shared from the management side. So I've already informed them. Probably they'll share you yesterday's and today's together. Might be today or tomorrow they'll share you. Don't worry, recording will be shared to you.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, ma. Okay, then that's all for today. We'll see you in the next class. Everyone take care. Bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye, guys.